Welcome to Books for Success. Today, we're unraveling the insights from The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Discover the world's best hidden secrets of seduction, from Cleopatra to Casanova. Apply this knowledge to up your game and seduce anyone you wish. You'll learn the 9 types of seducers, how to attract and capture attention, stories of the world's most successful seducers, what makes you anti-seductive. If you find our content valuable, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Don't be shy about dropping your book suggestions for us to summarize. Also, you can use this video as an audiobook summary. Let's grow and succeed together. Anyone can be a seducer. Centuries ago, power belonged to the physical strength of male conquerors. We all know them. King David, Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar. How could women compete in that power struggle? Well, they found a unique way of seduction. Acting only as passive sex objects earlier, women now empowered themselves and exercised control over men. Starting with Cleopatra, this knowledge was passed down to the world's most famous women, from sophisticated courtesans to dazzling movie actresses. With time, men realized this skill was not reserved for women only. From Napoleon to Lenin, male leaders became master seducers to achieve their political goals, gain popularity and influence the masses. The female power of looks and male power of language mixed to create a perfect way of seducing anyone, from a love interest to a whole nation. Seduction is a game anyone can master with enough patience and curiosity. Are you ready to tap into your potential and discover your seduction type? Capture attention like Elvis Presley or Marilyn Monroe? Then, prepare to learn the world's best secrets of attraction. Secrets from Monroe to Cleopatra. So, what's seductive about you? You must answer this first question to master the art of seduction. The answer lies in understanding what's inherently attractive in your character, looks, and behavior. Once you analyze that, you can move on to developing qualities people will get naturally excited about. Based on different characteristics, there are 9 seducer types. The siren offers variety and adventure and exudes high feminine energy. Sexual, confident, and alluring, she is the perfect male fantasy. As with any dream, she is also somewhat elusive and distant, impossible to capture completely. Her seductive scent, graceful movements, makeup, and clothing help create her image. A siren is a true queen of moods. She pulls a man in as much as she throws him off, making her genuinely irresistible. Can you guess who was the original siren? This woman was carried inside Julius Caesar's palace, hidden in a wrapped carpet. It unrolled, revealing a half-dressed young Cleopatra before the ruler and his guests. Her dazzling entrance made Cleopatra the most famous seductress who had power over the most influential politicians of her time. Her secret? Life with her was a constant battle. She contrasted endless pleasure with a suddenly cold attitude. A man had to work hard to regain her favor. Although she seemed effortlessly beautiful, Marilyn Monroe's image in the mirror took hours to create. From voice and makeup to the manner of walking, she orchestrated the perfect embodiment of a siren. But don't rush to think only women possess special seductive powers. The rake is proof of that. He is dangerously hot, like fire. Witty and excellent with words, he gives off a sense of risk that so many women yearn for, an affair full of thrill and pleasure. A rake can give a woman exactly that and create the perfect moment where the past and future lose meaning. Painter Pablo Picasso had dozens of mistresses, and each believed she was the one for him. The more exclusive you make your target feel, the more you succeed in seduction as a rake. Who is the ideal lover? Who hasn't heard of Casanova? Although few know where his power lay, this man became a seduction symbol. His method was unique. He carefully studied any woman he met who piqued his interest. He adjusted himself to her moods and desires, filling the hole of what was missing in her life. Patient, polite, and generous, he represents the ideal lover type. This type is a perfect reflection of your fantasy. They give you exactly what you require: good conversation, cheerful company, or solitude. And with that seamless behavior, you hardly notice they are seducing you. An ideal lover will empower you to be the best version of yourself. If you want to become an ideal lover, develop your skills in observation. The ideal lover stands out in a world where everyone is selfish and self-motivated. Another type to consider is the natural. Natural seducers preserve specific childish traits that we all miss or lose as we grow up. Naturals offer us spontaneity. They become a breath of fresh air amidst adult schedules and responsibilities. Fearlessness. Naturals dare us to step out of our comfort zones. Lightheartedness. They don't take things seriously and give us a new outlook on life. A sense of wonder. In a good way, naturals preserve their impulsive and curious nature. Openness. As many people harden and become bitter with age, they retain an open heart and the ability to trust people. Charlie Chaplin was a natural. He integrated naivety into his roles and remained young at heart. Charlie helped moviegoers see the world through children's eyes and forget all the troubles of adult life. As a true natural, he gave us a seductive illusion of a simpler and nicer reality. So, you must tap into your free, innocent, childlike spirit to become one. How to seduce an emperor. Both men and women can possess any seducer type, but there is one that seamlessly blends the two. The dandy turns the whole game around. A dandy man takes on feminine traits, such as attention to looks and detail orientation, while remaining a man. On the other hand, a dandy woman exudes male independence and an analytical nature. Both genders will find themselves mirrored and thus drawn to dandy seducers. Lou Andreas Salome was an excellent example of a dandy. She had the hearts of the 20th century's greatest creators, from philosopher Nietzsche to poet Rainer Maria Rilke. Intelligent and independent, she refused to commit to any of them. This mix of masculine energy and flirtatious femininity was fresh and attractive. Dandies are hedonists. They enjoy life and couldn't care less for society's expectations or rules. In a world where roles are so defined, seduce with a dandy-like difference. While dandies produce an air of nonchalance, coquettes are nothing like that. They disturb and make you pursue them with hot-cold behavior. At first, they draw away. The next moment, they shower you with attention. Self-sufficient and unpredictable, coquettes are true masters at inciting jealousy. In his time, even the great Emperor Napoleon fell for a coquette. When Josephine entered the room in her queen-like manner, all men gathered around her like a swarm of bees. Indeed, Napoleon felt honored when she switched her attention to him. When he thought he had her, she ignored him or disappeared altogether. The next day, she would send a letter full of passion and longing to see him. Eventually becoming his wife, Josephine still possessed all the space in Napoleon's head, even when he was away on political missions. The cold and attractive star closes the seducer list. She's vague and dreamlike. Her presence consumes anyone's mind. An invention of modern cinema, this type is best represented by the movie star Marlene Dietrich. All eyes followed this one when she entered the room. A star is the epitome of mystery, giving others space to project on her whatever they want. She leaves us hungry for more, as she never reveals herself completely. Indeed, we all reach for the stars. Did you know? The last word Napoleon said before dying was, Josephine. A true testament to the power of coquette. A gift from God. They really have that charisma. We have all heard of this quality, but what does it mean? Let's transport back to when religions were just starting. Most were founded and led by a charismatic, who exercised seduction on a mass level and made others follow them. Charisma was their extraordinary quality, a favor from God, who chose them to express a vision. Charismatics are exceptionally confident and smooth with other people. However, charisma is a gift and a quality you can develop. If you want to awaken the charismatic in you, focus and exercise these qualities. Eloquence. Charismatics have an excellent command of their language to cause an emotional upheaval in others. Magnetism. The eyes are the best tool to show a spectrum of emotions and leave an impression when speaking to people. Mystery. Charismatics are contradictory. They have an inner conflict that interests and draws in. Saintliness. Dedication to personal beliefs is seductive on a mass level. Theatricality. Charismatics carefully study what effect they want to have on people. They are actors who are unafraid to take the whole stage. Think Robespierre, Lenin, Rasputin, and Elvis Presley. Elvis's charisma completely took over the audience during his live performances. He drew women in by twitching, trembling his voice, and adding unusual gestures, making the crowds go wild for him. His charisma stirred people up and excited them. Elvis became their outlet for everything repressed and unconscious, just like any charismatic leader does. Another seduction tool you've probably heard of is charm. Charmers don't have to use sex to attract your attention. Instead, they make you the center of attention. They listen to your complaints, pleasure you, and smooth any rough edges. At the same time, charmers are never too serious or judgmental. They don't complain or make a big deal out of anything. Life is light-hearted and pleasant in their presence. And most importantly, charmers are helpful. Your lover won't let you go if they feel you enhance their life. It's time to stop doing this. Now that we've learned the 9 seducer types, it's time to delve into the anti-seducer. What could be making you unattractive to others, pushing people away? Anti-seducers are the opposite of all the traits that draw people in. They are insecure, completely self-absorbed, and unable to pay attention to details and connect with others. Above all, anti-seducers don't even notice they can be too much, talking too much and annoying others with their attention or presence. You wouldn't want to keep the anti-seducer around for too long. The earlier you disengage with them, the better. Luckily, anti-seducers also come in different types. Here's how you can recognize them. The suffocator. As you can guess from the name, this type suffocates you with their love and attention even if they hardly know you. At first, it might seem alluring, but they are just filling a void inside themselves. The reactor. These are the overly sensitive ones. Anything can disturb or upset their fragile ego. And surely, you would be the first person to take the blow when they react. The moralizer. Moralizers are the opposite of naturals. There is nothing childlike or light-hearted about them. They are the ultimate adult, so prepare to be judged and criticized. Moralizers treat people like projects, seeking someone to change and improve. The tightwad. If the person behaves cheaply with you, here is your red flag. It's not about money but their character, rigid and constrained. The brute. This type is only concerned with their own pleasure. They couldn't care less about yours. Their impatience is extremely anti-seductive. Each of these types is painful in its own way. Beware, some of their better traits might even seduce you at first. But don't rush into it. Carefully read the signs and quickly disengage if you notice any of these types. Divide and conquer strategy. You're ready for the second step once you carefully analyze and detect your seductive power. It's time to move on to your seduction strategy. Follow this step-by-step process. Choose your target wisely. For the right one, you will be a perfect match to their void, an exotic dash they yearn for in their lives. At the same time, they should stir you up, too. Perhaps they possess a quality you envy or you feel inexplicably drawn to them. Approach them indirectly. Instead of going to your target, make them come to you. Penetrate their friend circle so they notice you. Present yourself as ambiguous to instill intrigue in them. Mixed signals of a coquette might help with that. Create a contradictory, elusive aura around you. Become an object of desire. You seduce others by creating a temptation, a hint of pleasure. Their interest should develop into a desire. Talk to your target and detect their weaknesses. What do they yearn for? A dangerous adventure you can provide to them? Find their fantasy and become the embodiment of it. Hint at the forbidden. Instill a sense of uneasiness in them. Once you show the prize, dangle it before their eyes, then put it away. Postponing satisfaction will stir up their anxiety. Taking a bit of distance can be beneficial as well. Soon, they will not only want but need you. Mirror and elevate your target. Study the person carefully, their dreams, secret wishes, and moods. And then mirror them. Create an illusion that you are the answer to everything hidden deeply within them. Act like a true ideal lover. You will enter their minds and hearts. Create a spiritual meaning. Lure them from their ordinary reality by focusing on the sublime and spiritual. Make your connection seem almost religious, like a union of two lost souls who found each other. Nothing is more seductive than a mix of high and low, spiritual and physical. Act. They will follow your lead. The danger lies in what comes after. To part with the target, do so quickly and avoid long goodbyes. But to continue the seduction game and preserve an atmosphere of enchantment, never let another person take you for granted. Conclusion. We all possess an inherent power of attraction. The game of seduction can help you uncover yours. First, understand what's so seductive about you. Maybe you possess the charisma of Elvis? Or are you attentive to others like Casanova, the ideal lover? Now that you have the secret knowledge of all 9 types, you can use them to bring out your most seductive qualities. Second, choose your target wisely and adjust your seduction strategy. And remember, seduction is just a game. Keep it light and exciting. Try this. Examine the 9 seduction types listed here. Which one resonates with you the most? Once you decide on your seduction personality, write down practical tips distinctive for this type and put them into practice. Study the historical figures listed under that type. Select 3 small seductive things about them and recreate them. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. If you've enjoyed our summary, consider reading the full book for a more in-depth exploration. Before you go, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this video with someone who could benefit from these insights. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and keep growing.